Hello, I'm Bood and welcome back to the channel. As always, thanks for joining me. It's massively appreciated. Make sure you do all the good stuff. Hit the thumbs up, get involved in the comments, subscribe if you're new. Make sure you all hit the bell. You'll never miss anything I do. But most of all, thank you for your view. Yes, check it out. Right, Endrick playing to the grave. Now, I'm having a bit of fun with this one. I did another one recently, Haaland playing for his pension, where I forced him to play into his 60s for Stockport County. Now, he played for quite a while, but then towards his 50s and get towards 60, he didn't play, right? But I wanted to do two things. I wanted to see if you can really push this and force a player to play longer, right? Not only that, if I put him at a worse team, in a worse league, would they have more chance of playing longer? And how long would it go on for? I mean, it's silly. Can you make a player play till he's 80 odd, 90 odd years old? I mean, we're going to find out. It's technically a bit of an experiment, really. Yeah, ish. Right then, as always, I'll love you long time, so let's get into it. So, of course, I've chosen Endrick because he is one of the major wonder kids on this year's game. He's got a -10 in the editor, which means he's got the potential to be one of the best players in the world, and I've seen him become very good. He's popped up in a few of my story videos and so on, and random videos over this season. I've seen him become great. I've seen him be okay. It all depends when they've got a minus potential. Things can happen to him. If you give him a guaranteed potential, they're more likely to hit that. So we're going to see now. I wanted to use a weaker league, a very small league, where even if he is in his 40s, he's still maybe good enough to play more, maybe get more games out of him than Haaland did playing for Stockport County in England. So I've chosen Gibraltar and I've chosen the Lincoln Red Imps. So where he is, he's only 15, so this is long. I'm not going to jump in a lot, we're going to try and stretch it out. But he's 15. Now, of course, in real life, he's got a future transfer in place to Real Madrid, I think in 2024. So that's been scrapped. And I've put him to have a future transfer back to Brazil. Now, the maximum contract you can give someone, and I didn't know this because I've never done this, but the furthest you can go with a contract is 2,100. Yeah, so mental. So I've done it to 2099, then he's got a year to play in Brazil if he's still playing. Like I said, I've done this before and pushed players into the 60s, and usually once we've made that move, he'll play a season maybe and retire, right, in the 60s. I mean, trying to push him to 90, 80 odd years old. I'm wondering, will the game kick in and just say, nah, they're done. I'm forced to retire him. I don't know. We're going to find out. Obviously, on here now is history. You know, he hasn't done much at this point. But I'm assuming he's going to do great in Gibraltar. But, like I said, it's a weaker league. He's going to be playing with weaker players. And I'm guessing, will he hit his potential fully? If he'd gone straight to Real Madrid and he was playing for a big club, and he's moved around Europe, you know, he's playing at high quality, his abilities, his attributes will grow. I don't know if he will get as good as he should do, but he still has that potential. He still should be great. Now, he's already the best striker in the league at 15 years old. He's in the Dream Team 11. Now, we are going to be going quite far, further than I've ever been with something like this. But how far will I go? But before we do, I just want to show you the level of football he's playing at. Right? So these are leagues around Europe ranked in order of how good they are. Of course, the Premier League at the top. Haaland in his video started at County. Sky Bet League 2, he was in Sky Bet League 1, as you may know, had some stints in the Championship and so on, but this is where he started. I thought Gibraltar would be down there. I was thinking Gibraltar, is he one in San Marino? I don't know. I mean, you're looking at low level leagues, of course, but I just thought Gibraltar, he's still playing at the top flight, he might get some European football. Welsh tier 7, I don't even think that's playable. I think you could probably unlock it, but Christ, no, he's in Gibraltar. I think that's cool. I like Gibraltar, it's British. So we've now jumped forward 20 years, it's 2042, and he's only 35. That's young to me, because of course he started at 15 years old, and this is what he's looking at. He's still there, he's still playing, he's got 354 appearances, 322 goals. Now, like the Haaland video, we're going to look at all his achievements towards the end. I just want to see how good he is, alright? But also, because I've done the Haaland one, we can kind of maybe compare at certain stages. But before we do, let's look at his statistical history. Here we go. And you'll see, he started off quite slow, really, game time. But he was doing all right. First season wasn't great. But, he's scoring goals, but he's not scoring tons and tons of goals. I mean, he's playing more games in some seasons than others. Maybe he's got a few injuries and so on. But he's playing well. And he's playing. I want to see how long he's going to play, though. Now, his contract goes a bit weird after a few years, and I don't know why. So I set him on £1,000 a week, and it should have kicked in 2023. He had a match highest earner clause in his contract. But after a bit, it never happens. He stays on £55 a week, and his expiry date disappears. I don't know why, right? And I don't care. It doesn't really matter how much he's on. It's not about that. That's just a little touch you can put into it. It's about him playing, really. So that's that. Now, in the Haaland universe, at this stage of his career, he's at Spurs at 35 years old. He's played for Arsenal, Juve, and of course now Tottenham. He's transfer listed now at 35. And he had a decent career. Now, one thing I did change, just to try and help, you may have noticed, is his natural fitness. His natural fitness save is 16. I changed that to 20. Just that one little tweak, just to hopefully push him. To push him. That's the only change I made. And we'll see if it helps. Right then, here we are now. Haaland retired in 2063, I think. And that's as far as I pushed it, to his pension age. But we're trying to push Endrick to the freaking grave. Now, I don't want to let the video go on forever. So we're going to jump forward all the way now to 2080. And it's working. I can't believe it's working, right? He's 73 years old. What the heck, right? I mean, to be fair to him, at 73 years old, his physicals have died, right? His mentals are still okay. His technicals aren't half bad. He's still probably better than a lot of players around the world. At 73, now one thing I did notice though, is he's never played for Brazil, and obviously maybe playing in Gibraltar affected that. He never really hit his full potential. He was good, but I don't think he really grew into the player he could, right? But he's 73 years old. It looks like he must have been playing in that first team till he was 69, roughly 69 years old. Mental. And if we go down, look, I can't get my head around it. What the best bit is though is this. In 2050, he had his best season. In 2050. I mean, he was doing all right. Look, I mean, we saw him. We jumped in at 42, right? And he carried on, and he's starting to look maybe deteriorating a bit. Look, he had a good season there. He had a season where he only scored 1, 10, 1, 3, and then out of nowhere, as an old man, he has a great season. Then he has the best season he's ever had. What? Scoring 6 goals in 16 games on the continent, right? Look at that. It's only recently in the last 4 years he hasn't really been playing. So he's been dropped down now. Now he's in his 70s. It's probably over for him. But we pushed him really far. Can he keep going? Yes, he's still alive. You can do it. He's 92 years old. It's the year 2099. He's just about nearly to make his move to Brazil. Now, what we're going to not do like we did in Haaland is show you what happens there, because he generally he's done. He's going to move to Brazil in his 90s and he will not play. So it's absolutely pointless to do that. I just want to leave this in Gibraltar. I can't believe this. Now, I knew we could do it. I've done it before, but I've only ever took him into the 60s. You can force a player to never die, to just keep being a player. What's absolutely mad is, right, that in his 80s, his late 80s, so if he's 92 now, 91, 90, 89 years old, he managed to squeeze his way back into the first team for one game. They were that desperate. They played an 89-year-old Endrick up front. 89-year-old. Honestly, it baffles me that you could do this. You shouldn't really be able to, but you can. Now, his injury list is long, but you see some of them, and you can just imagine him in his 80s, wear and tear out for 3 months, impact from a player, turning too sharply. He's had that a few times, just turn too sharply. He's he's so old. He's so old. How is he getting out on that pitch? How did he get on that pitch at 89 and play a game? I have no idea, but it's absolutely brilliant. So here is his bio. Feel free to pause it and read through it. It's insane, really. I mean, I love this kind of thing. It's so silly. And this is the silliest of all. Now, he won a gazillion trophies, millions of them, for Lincoln Red Imps, and especially in his 20s, 30s, 40s, up to his 50s. They were a very good team. I think things have tailed off a little recently. But wow. Yeah, so if we go back to the history of the league, you can see they dominated that league forever and ever and ever. And then the last few years, losing Endrick, because he's an old man, still there. Things have changed a little bit for him. Man 62 become a more dominant team. This is the Gibraltar Rock Cup. You can see they were quite successful in it. Not as consistent as the league, but very good for a very long time. Still picked up a couple until recently. And again, the Pepe Reyes Cup. Now, if you're wondering, the Gibraltar League isn't playable, but if you go on the Steam Workshop and just type in Gibraltar, there's quite a few options. I think there's an official one from Sports Interactive, but I couldn't get it working. I couldn't get it. I don't know if it's an older version. I couldn't be bothered with it. I've got this off someone who I know can make very good leagues, someone who I've used before. Very good league. There's a few. I think it's the second one on the workshop, so go and check it out if you want to play in Gibraltar. Now, of course, if we go on his stats, it says he's got 976 appearances and 730 goals, but that's not the whole picture, because if we go on the Lincoln Red Imps overall best 11 of all time, you'll see he's at the top, and of course he should be. He in fact played 1,777 games, scoring over 1,000 goals. 1,096 goals, an average rating of 7.11. Now, they had stints in Europe. I think they even got in Champions League a couple of times when he was in his pomp, you know, at qualifier level or whatever. They never won anything on the European stage, but wow, he definitely helped him grow for a long time. Definitely helped him. Never became the full player he should be. And I want to show you that by jumping back to 2032 when he was 25 years old. Probably in his prime, not really about to touch his prime maybe. I've seen him be better than this. I have. So, you know, it definitely affected him, but he was still a good player with loads of potential. And I'm just baffled by the fact that you can do this. And, you know, from previous videos, maybe you've watched him, you'll know you can push him to the 60s. Did you know you could take a player into their 90s and probably beyond, really? I mean, I ain't got the time. You have to simulate it for about a week. Can you make a player play till they're like 400 years old? I'm not going to do it. But in theory, stick him in the Welsh Tier 7, the worst league in the world. And maybe. Crazy, crazy scenes, man. Honestly. So there we go. That is the end of Endrick playing to the grave. Hopefully you enjoyed it. It was just a little bit of fun. I've had fun putting that together. Can't believe it worked. I'll be honest with you, let me know what you think down below in the comments. Did you know you could do that? You know, I didn't think I thought the game had forced retire him. It doesn't. But yeah, hit the thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Subscribe if you're new, make sure you all hit that bell. I do have a story coming towards the end of being ready called The Backstreet Boys. It should be good. Quite excited for it. Hopefully you're going to get into it if you love my stories. I've got a playlist link down below. I think I've brought 4 out this year now. Got loads from over the years in the past. Go and check them out. But someone had a great idea. I think it was my mate Joe actually, who said I should put together a Wonder Kid team and lock them in, put them somewhere rubbish, and see how a Wonder Kid team can do in their old age. So I know I could pick the team, but where could I put this team? Where can I put this Wonder Kid team and lock them in for a bit of fun? I think it could be quite cool to see a whole squad do it. So I want you down below in the comments to give me some ideas of where I should put them. What country, what level, what league. But as always, thanks for joining me. I really, really do appreciate it. Just a quick video. And I always appreciate you giving me a view. It's the most important thing to me. So you stay happy, you stay safe. I hope you've had a great weekend, great bank holiday. I'll see you next time.